Recording. Again.
Thank you so much for getting in, and I wanted to give just another minute or two for everybody to get settled. There's certainly a lot of energy. My name is Zach Ferguson-Cocknell, and I'm one of the band directors here at Westminster. We are filled with so much purpose, and so much purpose this afternoon, and we have so many reasons to celebrate our time together. As we look around, I want to just recognize that we have multiple guests of honor here today, and each one of them, and each one of you is so important to us. We have parents, grandparents, family members, caretakers here. We have faculty and staff that are skipping class right now, and we have students that are here that are supporting and uplifting our community, and that means so much. Even if you're not in the band, that we come out for these kinds of moments and these occasions, and so we just thank our students that are here as well. We have Freddie and Dan Martin, and Freddie Martin is a retired Westminster band director, and Dan Martin is a retired band director for Springberry High School and Cobb County Schools, and Dan also worked with our horn section for so many years, and they're both here, and want to recognize them here as well. And that's not all. We have Tim Howard, who retired last year, and he is right here. And that's not all. We have Maxine Doster. Maxine, right in the middle, retired elementary teacher, Love Hall, right here, Love Hall. So glad you're with us. And I want to recognize the spouse of a band director, because that's really hard work, and I want to recognize Scott Barber. Right over. Thank you for your years of service. Band students, in an afternoon, and so I'm kind of speaking to the band for a moment, in an afternoon where we celebrate an incredible band director's final concert, your talents and achievements this afternoon take center stage. Whether you are playing in the advanced band or you're playing your very first concert on an instrument, you give us proof for the work of one person's career. Before I welcome our host of honor, Paige Barber, and I'm lucky to have the mic first. Students, we talked to you about finding your passion in middle school. And if there's anybody who has passions, it's Miss Barber. Her passions are plentiful. She's a painter. She's an Ella lover. Ella is her cat. She loves talking about her cat. She is a traveler, a world traveler. She's a chef. Apparently better than you, Scott. No, just kidding. She is an adult grape juice maker. She is a musician of many sorts. And she's an athlete that I would not mess with on any court. Right now is the pickleball court. We all know she's a Braves fanatic. And she's Grammy. And I just think about children. And she's Grammy Grizzly, and soon to be Danny. Let's talk legacy. She didn't make it to 30. This is her 30th year. She made it to 30. 29 and a half, 30 years of teaching, 17 here at Westminster. She helped divide our band program, along with Freddie Martin, along with Tim Howard, into 3 divisions: in a lower school band, a middle school band, and an upper school band. And so she was here for that when the school broadened and increased its enrollment, and they started to think about what would a middle school on its own, what would a middle school band program on its own look like. And she did that. And thanks to Freddie, Martin, and Tim, and Paige, we have a motto that we stand behind, and a philosophy of that band is family. And that really comes from those 3 folks. And last year we really tried, Miss Barbara and I tried to put that into some more words. And so we came up with band is belonging. And you see that messaging out on our construction wall, and you'll see that in other places. But that's a way that we have framed that most recently. So among the many aspects of your legacy is this idea of family that we will continue to cultivate for years to come. Please welcome our host of honor, Paige Barber.
Before Mr. FC starts his portion with this group, that piece was called, and I don't know what it is on your program because I have not seen the program because some people hide things from you when you're about to retire. Anyway, thank you for all those kind words. And I have a thank you on that piece. A couple of summers ago, I applied for and got a grant. It's called the Davis Family Grant here. And they sent me to the UK to learn UK music. And so I got to go. This is Within the Castle Walls is a song of the Welsh Revolution, and a song particularly about Owen Glendower. And if you don't know who Owen Glendower is, it's because he's a little overshadowed by this guy named William Wallace of Scotland. So I got to travel around the UK and go to Scotland, and I'm still taking bagpipe lessons. For those of you that want to know what I'm doing in retirement, I'm going to be a bagpiper. Anyway, got to go to 5 countries in 10 days. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I got to go to Scotland, got to go to England, Ireland, spent a lot of time in Ireland. The Isle of Man, if you've never gone, check out the TT race. It's the craziest motorcycle race that we just barely missed. So we were glad to miss it because it's crazy. Anyway, and we ended our time there in Wales, and so this is about a Welsh warrior. So thank you to the Davis family for that grant, because it is one of the most wonderful things that that is offered to Westminster employees. So thank you for that. And now, something a little different. This is Beetlejuice.
And friends I may not have met yet, you may be seated at this juncture. I'm Leslie Ann Little, and I have the great good fortune of being the head of the middle school. And I'm here on behalf of the school to say thank you to our dear friend Paige, and all that she's done and all that she's meant. I'm going to share a few words that I shared with the entire faculty, and saying that I'm going to take you on a little history trip. Some of you might be old enough to go back that far. Some of you will just have to imagine that it was in a book. Go back 52 years. A really gawky new kid walked into a band room, had never played the trumpet in her life, but found a home there, and a place of belonging and being a part of something bigger that is the truest sense of belonging, of knowing that you are part of a team, an ensemble, a group that makes meaning with music. And that, my friends, is a powerful thing. Raise your hand if you were a band kid. Raise it proud. All right, guys. Nice job. You know what I'm talking about. And many of you found it elsewhere. You might have found it in a chorus or another group. It might have been in robotics, but band is an amazing place to find that home. And I did. And I have friends to this day that I made then, 52 years later. And that's what Paige set out to do when she came here 17 years ago, was to take the band program and build it into what it is today, to make meaning for young people and help them find their home, find a passion, find a sense of belonging, and make amazing music, all of which feeds the soul. And so Paige, don't hide, all right? For all those years of supporting children, supporting the program, and making this place better, and planting the seeds for future generations to come that are sneaking in as we speak, because it stays with you. Or I would not 52 years later be choking up over the very same words. Thank you. You're the very best. We owe you so much.
I'm just warning you, there's going to be a lot of posted page, so get ready. Hi everybody, my name's Adam Copeland. I'm the Director of Performing Arts here at Westminster. I have seen all of the love and skill Miss Barber pours into this band program. She is multi-talented. She can play everything from clarinet to the bagpipe to the marimba. For example, you know, there's also, it's not, we talked about her athleticism, we talked about her hobbies. She is multi-talented. She can do lots of things that might surprise you. For example, Miss Barber's husband, Scott, has a business that includes photography from drones. Sometimes Miss Barber has helped out in a job called spotter. The spotter plays a crucial role in drone flight. They are responsible for maintaining visual contact with the drone at all times. They ensure that the drone flies on a clean path and avoids potential collisions with other aircraft, obstacles, or people, so it goes on a safe flight. Also, the spotter helps the drone pilot by providing real-time feedback to the drone about where the drone is and where the drone's position is to the pilot. So, I can only imagine Paige is great at spotting for drones. And do you know why I know this? Because we have evidence of so many of those skills right here at Westminster. Think of it. There's someone over here who's piloting a very complex machine. A complex machine with buttons and keys. Then Miss Barber, the spotter, keeps a constant watchful eye on these pilots, maintaining the band equivalent to visual contact at all times. Yes, she lets the pilot pilot, but she's on the lookout for obstacles and opportunities. And she's brilliant at the real-time feedback. Her students often arrive exactly where they need to be only because they've been spotted the whole time. This kind of love, this kind of close and empowering attention is only part of what makes Miss Barber such an asset to our band program. I'll let others speak to different elements of her craft, but I want to celebrate that it's been such a joy to have somebody who's such a warm, guiding presence who leads our student pilots into the musical stratosphere. Thank you, Miss Barber. students that are missing, thank you so much for being a part of that and being part of that with us. We're going to take a quick moment to transition out the ensembles, and then we'll be right back on continuing with the program. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's not the circles. Let me zoom out real quick.
And these people that are mostly on this side are our very beginners. They got their instruments about a month ago. And they have 5 songs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. The 6th one is a surprise. As you know, we have a little bit of a Halloween theme going today. So we've got 5 songs that we're going to play for you, and then we've got one special tribute to Halloween before we go. But this is the beginning band, and this is our favorite first song, Hot Cross Buns. Hot cross buns can only be followed by one person, Mary. Mary had a little lamb, and not only does she have a little lamb, she knows how to chop, chop, chop. So here we go. Most of the songs you've heard have all been in unison. They've all had the same notes. This next song that we're about to play also goes back to Wales and my Davis Grant. This is called Cardiff by the Sea, and we did actually go to Cardiff, and it is by the sea, and it's a beautiful town. Lots of Gaelic writing and things like that there. But this time, you're going to get... Nobody saw that. Anyway, this time you're going to get more than just a unison note. And before we play this Cardiff by the Sea, I'm going to have on just a group of people. Most of these people you see have played one instrument since mid-September. Okay, so September they got their instrument. They played one instrument. We have a tendency to throw a certain group into the deep end of the pool, don't we, Mr. Howard? Okay, the percussionists that are standing back there, not only are they doing double duty, so even if they played last year, we have a couple that played last year with the 5th grade band, we have 3 of them that are brand new to us this year. Okay, most of them had not ever sat down behind a drum set until like 2 weeks ago. So, yes, threw them in the deep end of the pool. But they have accompanied the beginners very well, and they are also going to play the total sheet music with the novice band. So thank you to our fabulous percussion section. And we're going to close the beginner portion with Party 5 to C. Tribute to Halloween. You'll know this song. Help us out. Help us out. You'll know what to do.
So these are students that have been playing their instrument for at least one full year, usually not more than that. So a lot of them started in 5th grade, and just really proud of them. I've had a wonderful opportunity to work with them, while mainly Ms. Barber has been working with the beginners, and just want to just hype on them because they've just been so enjoyable to work with. And if you're a parent here, you can think the last time we were together and we had a concert, where they were and where they are now is just really incredible growth, and it speaks to just kind of how awesome these kids are. We're going to continue on with their last song, and it's called Alien Invasion, or as I like to call Alien Encounter. They always remind me what it's really called. Alien Invasion. All right, thank you for giving us a moment to transition. We've already introduced this person, and just so happy to have him back with our family, and wanted to say a few words since they shared just a large part of their career together. So please welcome back up here, Mr. Tim Howard.
Okay. You guys bear with me. This is very emotional for me in a lot of ways. So those of you that know me, have been around me for many years here in Westminster, you know that normally I speak off the cuff. Sometimes it works well, sometimes not so well. But today I'm going to follow a few notes and kind of speak my heart as best I can, so bear with me. It's a very emotional day for me, as I said, because it's my first day back on campus after retiring and seeing everybody in Paige's last day. First, I want to talk about Paige's legacy. You know, in the business world, a lot is made about legacy and what you leave behind, things like that. This is Paige's legacy. The lives of these students that you see in front of you and on the floor here. I think about the old proverb that it is, before pedaling the pond and watching the ripples. You never know what effect those ripples are going to have. I can tell you personally the effect that the ripples that Paige has caused in these young people's lives will go with them the rest of their life for the better. It is impossible for me to express the influence she's had in these people's lives. That is her legacy. For me personally, how do you say thank you for somebody that's given you 17 years of parallel friendship, unbelievable camaraderie, trust, and love? Very difficult. I'm so proud to have been called her friend and still her friend. I thank you for your great friendship for 17 plus years. We have truly walked through the fire together. That type of friendship is highly unusual in this day and age. And I'm very blessed to have experienced the Paige. No words are adequate. I could stand here all day. The only thing I would accomplish is I would cry. So, Paige, I just want to say, God bless you. May He bless you for the rest of the days of your life. I love you, you know that. And these students love you, and you will be great in this. Thank you, Paige.
Middle School Band Chair, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and heartfelt congratulations to Mrs. Barber on behalf of PAWS. Mrs. Barber has had an incredibly positive impact on our family personally, and I feel sure there are many families in the Westminster community who feel the same way. I clearly remember the day that I met you in August of 2020. At that time, our 7th grade son, Brent, was participating in school remotely. He was new to band and had no musical background, and And due to the pandemic, band class for in-person students have been set up outside on the patio, which is where we met. You opened a large case and pulled out and assembled a bass clarinet as Brent watched you. And you were so gentle and kind with Brent as you introduced him to this new instrument, and you made it seem so approachable. And in no time, Brent was assembling and disassembling it himself until he had it just right. Soon enough, he was making music, and his progress from home over Zoom was remarkable. By November, Brent had transformed into a decent bass clarinet player, and he was joyfully playing for our family. Because of your encouragement and kind and steady instruction, band became Brent's favorite class. So figuring out a way to inspire students to learn a new instrument over Zoom during a pandemic is no easy task. But Paige made it a joy, and through her encouragement and that of Mr. FC, Brent joined the jazz band, progressed through advanced band, and even into the upper school band. It was truly an inspiring journey. At Brent's recommendation, our 8th grader, Josh, joined the novice band in 6th grade and has progressed into advanced band, playing the French horn, which he just did so beautifully. He too loves being part of the band. We cannot overstate the positive difference you have made in our boys' middle school experience. You treat the entire band as family, which makes your retirement that much harder for all of us. We are so grateful for you, and we wish you the very best. We will miss you dearly.
Hi, my name is Maggie Gilliland. And I'm Samantha Fifield. We are 8th grade students in the advanced band. We wanted to share a few stories about Mrs. Barber and what she means to us. I started a band when I was in 5th grade, and when we went into sectionals, I was with one other kid, and when we started to really get to know Miss Barber, when we started our practices, the other kid, he kept playing Jaws theme on the clarinet, and it was, I remember I could never play it, and Miss Barber, she would always tease him and tell him to stop, and eventually we would all just laugh about it. Then in middle school, I kept playing clarinet, and Miss Barber kept supporting me and teaching me and making me fun.
I have a story about Miss Barber before I even knew how fun she is. When I was in 6th grade, I started to play band, and I chose the alto clarinet. I remember my mom getting a call at the beginning of the year, but I didn't know what it was about. The next day, Miss Barber called me into her office, and my heart started racing. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Mrs. Barber smiled at me and said, "Sam, have you ever considered playing the bassoon?" Before I knew it, she had handed me a bassoon, and I was playing hot cross buns. She said I was going to be great at it, and bassoon has been my instrument ever since. Now it seems ridiculous to look back and think that Miss Barber would let me get in trouble. She's just so sweet and fun.
Miss Barber really has a way of connecting with her students in band. She always makes it so fun, and it makes us feel especially close to her. Especially the girls. She always has us over for lunch, and it's very fun.
Miss Barber, we can really tell how much you love us and how much you love your work, and that's such an inspiration.
And we love you.
We love you, and thank you for everything, Miss Barber.
And before Zach comes up and finishes with our last number, just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came back for this wonderful celebration. I'm honored and obviously touched by the whole thing. And to those of you that spoke, your bravery has always just enamored me, because I would never have been that brave at your age. And to just all of you that sit here and put up with me every day. You're my favorite people in the whole world. And I know I tell you that on a daily, but it's always been true. It's always been true. And so thank you for all the support. And Les had to disappear, I think. Oh, there she is. Don't you disappear. There we go. Anyway, thank you both. And to my colleagues, my favorite people in Searle's choral director. She and I have been best friends for 17 years. And my work husbands along the way, Freddie and Tim. We've done a lot. And certainly my last work husband, Zach, I can't believe you've been instrumental. You brought all this together. And anyway, thank you for everything. And thank you all. I appreciate you. I love all of you. And here we go. It's shadows, and I'm going to go play with them. And this is my favorite part. I just always tell them by the time they get out of 6th grade band, I don't play with them because I need to anymore. I play with them because it's fun. So here we go. Shadows Unleashed.
Brittany Karasik was up here earlier, and I don't know if she's in or out, but she has led our parents into rebuilding our music library. It's just one of the outcomes, I won't even use the word casualties, of the construction and just that whole process, and we had to kind of rebuild that library. So if you helped in that, you had several students that helped in that. That's been going on for the last 8-9 days. And her leadership already this year has been tremendous. So if you see her and you're out there, please give her a big thank you and a big warm hug for us. We so much appreciate her. A little bit of business. All the instruments go home, and that's across the whole program. And there's the way the week works with testing, and 8th grade is going on a retreat. There's just a lot of things that they'll just take their instruments home at this point and have them home for the rest of the week. And that's particularly important for advanced band students because you'll be bringing that instrument back to campus for our Love Hall Halloween concert, which is a week from tomorrow. So that is when the students will be dropped off at Love Hall. We'll be sending more communication home about that. But that'll be the next big thing. So we actually go from this concert to that concert with a week apart. So we will do that, and it will be wonderful. And then finally, after this incredible group that I'm going to just talk about in just a second for a quick moment, there'll be a reception out on Zach's patio. And I hope you can join Mrs. Barbara and join us for that reception. This band in front of us is just absolutely been incredible to work with. You just heard some of the great work they've been doing. They're going to do a piece called Shadows Unleashed, and we told them that we usually end with the advanced band, but we wanted to start with the advanced band with all the other students and folks in the room, and we are so proud of you. We know that you are an excellent conclusion and a very proud conclusion for our fall band concert and Miss Barbara's final retirement concert. So thank you all for doing that, and here is Shadows Unleashed. And large instruments go back to royals. Okay, so we'll just make sure that happens. Okay? All right. rest of the October